My grandfather was in the 20th century revival of the Ku Klux Klan, when Mississippi was required by law to desegregate in 1964. My grandpa and a bunch of his KKK buddies filled in the public swimming pool with concrete because, hey, if white people and black people had to be allowed to swim together, nobody gets to swim. Also, he killed his second wife. First he tried to hire someone to do it, but when that didn't work, he did it himself. Then he spent 12 years in a state institution because he was cleared for reasons of insanity. But there was a problem. Even though he was in government care, he was still receiving Social Security benefits. 12 years into his medical incarceration, the SSA realized their mistake and contacted the hospital who had been receiving the money and spending it. The hospital played dumb and said my grandpa was the one that owed them $500K, not them. So my parents ran off to Mississippi with a lawyer and the hospital caved, which is when they magically determined that grandpa was suitable to be integrated back into society. What does that mean? Asked my parents. It means that at 6 p.m. tomorrow, he'll be outside of our gates, and whatever happens to him after that is none of our business, says the hospital. Then he lived with us for 3 years until he died, during which time he was so physically debilitated antipsychosis meds do that to you after a while that he had to be wiped, bathed, and fed by my parents. And that's the story of my grandpa.